Good morning. We are still between flocks on the farm. We're starting to get ready for our next flock. For the past 5.5 years, we've grown every flock starting out with chick mates and trays. You can see this is what it looks like when we're getting ready to start baby chickens. We turn these red spouts down and they put out this extra feed in the feed trays. Those feed trays stay down for the first 10 to 14 days of the flock. We turn that spout up, pick the tray up. Between every flock, you have to wash these feed trays. So this flock, we're going to be converting, doing away with the chick mates, doing away with the trays, and we're putting in these new turbo feeders. So I've got my feed pans, which these are my feed pans. They stay on here all the time. They always get feed in them. The spouts here right now are turned up. Normally what I do is I'll turn the spout down. Once these are down on the ground, you slide a feed tray under. When you turn the feed on, the auger pulls the feed in and then it fills that tray up. So what we're doing is we're eliminating this and the feed tray. Those feed trays have to be put down by hand. You pull them up, but you also have to wash them because the chickens get in them. They can poop in them, stuff like that. So what we're doing here, I've got a few of my slides. So these will actually cover in place of the chick mate. So I'll slide that over there. And if you look right here, I don't know if you can really see it real good, but there is a hole right there that feed comes out of. So when this spout is on there and you turn it down, feed comes out. When you turn it up, it doesn't. So these, they're a little bit stiff. So the way these work is, you can see the hole is open. Feed will go down, the turbo feeder will sit here. When you don't want it, you twist it and that closes it off so there's no feed. When you do that, it quits filling up the turbo feeder and you pull up the turbo feeder. The past couple days, we've been doing a few more things in the chicken houses, getting ready to put these turbo feeders in. We put down some sawdust. We actually put a little bit on top of our litter. We call that capping over. We've been in our shop putting some of our turbo feeders together. We've got a lot of them put together, but we've still got some more to go. It's been pretty cold, so it's actually been nice to be up here in the shop putting these together. We didn't want to put them in the chicken houses yet because we were putting in sawdust. We had to put down some bug spray and stuff like that. We finally got all that stuff done, got the feed lines down, so we're going to put these turbo grow feeders in, and I'll show you how to put them together. They're real easy. They come in 2 pieces, snap right together, so it doesn't take long, but when you've got over 1,500 of them to put together, that does take a while. So there's one part of it. Here's the other part. It's got 4 little tabs on the bottom. So basically you just take this piece, line it up, pop it on, and there you go. Since the weather is looking pretty good for next week, usually this time of year we don't do full house brooding. It burns a lot more gas, but the highs next week are in the 70s. The lows are in the 50s and 60s, which isn't too bad. So we made the decision to go with full house brooding. So what we'll do, we'll actually put 2 down, put 1 here, skip 1. 1 here, and skip 1. Because we're going to have the birds spread throughout the house, and rather than having them in just half the house. So we're going to be putting these turbo feeders the whole length of the house, and we don't need as many in the front because only half the birds will be in the front. Here's our loaded down truck. So it's pretty simple. Take the turbo feeder, we'll come over here, it just slides right under. So that hole is exposed. When I turn the feed on, it'll come out, the feed will fill this up, it'll make its way around there, and we should be good to go. One issue that you run into with these turbo feeders that we didn't run into with the trays is what do you do with them when you're not using them? You don't want to put them outside. That's a lot to carry in and out of the houses. Some people hook them up to a winch system. We'll probably eventually do that. Right now we don't have the time. So what we're doing is we're storing them on the wall. So we've got 2 strings. They're approximately, I'd say 10 inches apart. So they're stapled there, here, and here. So you can fit 7 in between posts. When you want them, you just grab them out. When you're done with them, you just slide them back in. But they come in and out real easy. It's a good place to store them. Down inside, they're going to stay empty, clean. Every now and then, we'll probably come down through here with a backpack blower. Just blow the dust off of them, keep them cleaned up. Got all of our turbo feeders put down, both sides of the house, all the way down to the very back. Our feed's been delivered. So here's the turbo feeder all filled up. You can see the feed comes all the way around these edges. So the baby chickens will be able to get all around this pan and eat, but they can't get in this feed. They can't get over in the top. It keeps a good supply. So I really think that these turbo feeders are going to be a great addition for our farm. All we've got left to do now is get baby chickens back. We've got everything ready with our turbo feeders and we're pretty excited about it. If you have questions about the turbo feeders, about our farm, or just anything that we do, feel free and leave that down in the comment section. I'm headed out to go check on some cows before I head to the house. Thanks for watching our video. Don't forget, click that subscribe button, give us a like, and we'll see you next time.